NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station. This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535.
Welcome to Cedars Sports Corner, everybody. I'm Alex Laverson, and with me is our producer, Mr. Angelo Parada.
Are you ready for some football?
I think everyone's ready for some basketball.
Well, guess what? I have to interrupt this. This is at the very beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, I always pull something out of the hat.
Absolutely.
Okay. And my Duquesne Dukes are undefeated.
Oh, man, there you go.
And the Duquesne Dukes are playing football. So, they have a regular season football game. Now, they're going to open up with TCU in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
However, in spring football, they beat Sacred Heart and Wagner, and they're going to play Long Island University this weekend.
And, it's crazy because most people aren't even aware that football's being played.
You know what? I just wanted to interject that because it's hard. I was looking for a little football.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. So for those of you who still are going through football withdrawals, you still have Duquesne Dukes football. But right now, I think what's on everyone's mind is the NCAA March Madness tournament. After 2 years, it's finally back. And Angelo, it seems to be that the one unanimous team most people are predicting Gonzaga to win, I should say.
Do you see a Gonzaga-Baylor final?
I feel like this is one of those brackets where that's going to happen. I remember 2006, all four number one seeds got into the Final Four. And usually when you think of March Madness, you think of so much unpredictability. You think of, these underdog small schools making it in. It just seems to be kind of like a crapshoot. You know what I mean? But like with this bracket, I don't see too many teams or matchups that I feel like, oh yeah, definitely upset. You know what I mean? So
let's go Mountaineers.
No, never. I'm still salty about the way Pitt finished their season. So,
but look, the Mountaineers are in a bracket where they can win.
Mm-hmm.
They play Morehead State. That gets them right to the second round really quickly, and against either San Diego State or Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
And that gets them to the Sweet 16 against Clemson, who's sketchy at best, Rutgers, Houston, or Cleveland State.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Mountaineers venture through, they're going to be playing a top seed that's like Illinois. I don't think Illinois has seen that kind of action And, you know,
Well, I mean, I don't.
I've been following them because they beat Baylor.
I'm very. I don't want to say partial to the Big Ten, but usually I feel when I usually want to see ACC schools in the tournament, you know, I kind of always feel like, okay, where's your Dukes? Where's your North Carolinas? Obviously, the ACC is not. This is not their year. Yeah, it happens. It does happen sometimes. The ACC is not having their year.
Well,
Illinois is good. They're a good team. I watched them take on the Buckeyes over the weekend. Again, I don't see really much contest coming out of that Midwest bracket.
Georgia Tech.
No, Georgia Tech is good. Okay, I don't.
Tennessee.
Yeah, but again, you know, I've watched Georgia Tech this season. Yeah, especially when they played Pitt. And they're a good school. You know, obviously they're the ACC team right now, but I don't know. I still don't think they're up to Illinois' level. But again, it is March Madness. Obviously, anything can happen. It's, you know, that's what does happen. So I don't know. I'm still thinking Illinois comes out of that bracket easily, and I think Gonzaga is coming out of the East. Ultimately, I think you're just gonna have, you know, Gonzaga and Illinois, and
Well, you think Michigan's going to win the East?
again, just by a number standpoint, like how often is it where all these top seeds just win the bracket? I don't want to be that guy who just like, oh, number one seed here, number one seed there.
Did you ever run cross country?
Have I ever run cross? Do I look like a guy who's run cross country?
Well, because I noticed you're like a front runner here.
Well, see, that's why I don't want to come across as a
abs-
I don't want, like, I'm just saying, it's so, after those top teams, I feel like the talent differential's so deep. But, okay, so let's make some official predictions. We'll go Illinois.
Let's go to the West first.
You want to go to the West? Okay.
Gonzaga.
I'll go Gonzaga.
It gets all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in the bottom half of that West bracket, I hate to say this, but USC's flirted with success. So I say Gonzaga plays the Trojans of USC.
All right, fair enough.
Now, as you shift into the South bracket, Baylor, they gave them almost a free ticket to the final of that South bracket. And when I look at who's in the bottom, I'm saying Texas Tech.
Ohio State's still good.
Yeah, Ohio State.
Yeah.
They're thank you for entering, and we'll lose as soon as we play somebody.
I know that's.
You know, Texas Tech has had a nice run. They beat Baylor.
I'm gonna go Buckeyes coming out of that region.
So that does the top. Now the East. Here's my upset special. Michigan gets beat by second game, St. Bonaventure.
Well, you have to have upsets. Yeah, you do have to have upsets.
Okay, so when this floats its way through, Florida State from the ACC will play in the bottom bracket. This is another one of my upset specials, Maryland.
I've seen a decent amount of people have Maryland go pretty far in that region. I'm gonna have Florida State make a run too, and just because you picked Maryland, I'm gonna go at UConn. Just because.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Then we go to the Midwest. I say Illinois gets beat in the second one by Loyola Chicago.
Well, I think
Georgia Tech. Because Georgia Tech is destined.
Georgia, and you see, that's my gut still says Illinois. I want to say Georgia Tech. I just feel like, again, I'm not going to go through this again.
I think Georgia Tech's going to play Tennessee over here.
You know what? Again, but just because it's...
And West Virginia is going to play the winner of the top.
Let's put Georgia Tech up against the Hoopies.
And then, it's let's go Mountaineers, because
No,
those Mountaineers are pretty doggone good.
No way. So...
Now, we got to take a little break here.
We'll take a little break, and now we're from our sponsors.
Easy Clean Car and Van Wash, where your clean wash is our goal.
Hi friends, I'm Gary West, and whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions. The Cedars restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle, 724-658-9543. That's 724-658-9543.
Welcome back to the Cedar Sports Corner, everybody. And let's continue talking some March Madness real quick. And I don't think we've really made official predictions on Final Four, who's going to win. We just kind of talk,
Well,
think out
I
loud.
think it's got to be Gonzaga, Baylor, or Texas Tech on this side.
Mm-hmm.
But Gonzaga and USC, so that's going to give you the 4 teams on the top. And USC could upset, and Texas Tech could upset. So I say USC and Texas Tech. That's 2 of the Final 4.
I'm going to have Georgia Tech come
You've
out.
got to be on the top bracket first.
Oh, you slid. Oh, you kept sliding up and down on the thing. I got confused.
I love them.
But well, either way, I'm still going to have Georgia Tech come out. But in terms of the South, you know what? Again, I'm going out there, man. Virginia Tech is going to win. They're going to go up against Ohio State. I think Virginia Tech's going to win. I think we're going to have Baylor go up against Georgia Tech. And then...
On this side.
Or Virginia Tech, I should say.
Yeah, that's Virginia Tech.
You don't have Virginia Tech come out.
So you have Virginia Tech coming out of the top. I have Texas Tech.
Okay.
So then we go to the bottom side of the bracket. In the East, I have Maryland.
I will have, man. Give it, scroll up a little more. I'm going to have Michigan come out of the East, out of the Midwest.
You just said Florida State.
No, I changed my mind because you picked them. We can't have 2 people make the same prediction. All right? So, I kind of hate you for that, actually. But anyway.
I love him. He's a great guy.
So, we'll go with...
You're going to get Michigan here.
We'll go Michigan.
Okay, now the other side, the Mountaineers play Tennessee, and I say the Mountaineers win.
I think I have Georgia Tech come out. Like I said earlier, Georgia Tech's going to be coming out of that bracket.
Georgia Tech's going to matriculate all the way down. That's a tough game, Georgia Tech and Tennessee.
They're good. And again, like I said, Illinois, they're good too, but what kind of person would I be if I just had like all these top seeds? So I'm gonna have Georgia Tech come out of there. They're gonna squeeze through Illinois, and
they got to squeeze through Illinois and Tennessee.
I think they will.
And then they play West Virginia. West Virginia is just too tough. They have been battle tested during the season. They've traveled. I just see the Mountaineers being one of the Final 4.
Okay, so Georgia Tech for me, Michigan for me on the East. Scroll up. I will have Gonzaga come out of the West. And scroll down a little more. Make sure I'm reading everything right. Virginia Tech. And ultimately, I do think Gonzaga's going to win. But
Gonzaga in the top. Who's Gonzaga play? I say they play the Mountaineers.
Well, yeah, because you have it coming out. I think they're going to play the Yellow Jackets.
That's a fair pick.
I mean, I've seen the Yellow Jackets play, so maybe I'm more partial to them. I just feel like they're the real deal.
I got a question.
So we're going to be switching over to the ice, huh?
Here's my question. And it's really simple. Is it bad that you put all the Canadian teams in one league so you can only have one Canada team in there?
Honestly, I'm kind of...
Canada.
Honestly, I kind of see that it's kind of funny, honestly.
I mean,
I think that's funny.
They've taken their league and said, Canada, go home and play by yourself.
Pretty much. So, like, okay, so...
You know, I mean...
So, we have... That...
When
I never know... wait, did they just do a realignment or something? Or
yeah, look
I haven't been
this.
following. I mean, is that recent? I've not followed hockey.
It eliminates Canada from the playoffs. It's like, well, you know, we took your sport. Why don't you go home?
That's funny.
You know? Now, here's the thing in hockey. As I look through, the Carolina Hurricanes have been very steady in the Central. In the East, the Pens, they're 5 games back, but they got all the right formulas. And 5 points. And I don't think the Capitals can make a go of it. The Capitals have been losing to the Bruins recently.
Again, I feel like we talk about this basically every time we talk hockey, but again, when as long as you get into the playoffs, man, you know, it's all about momentum, really. So I don't care how many times when the Pens won their cups. For half the time they were a lower seed. They got hot at the right time. That's what it's all about, man. You get in there, you're playing your best hockey, you're fine.
Now I have another thing. They threw St. Louis in the West. St. Louis isn't close to any of these other Vegas Knights. That's Nevada. Minnesota got to be the closest one. Colorado's way out there. Los Angeles Kings, Arizona, San Jose, and Anaheim. So basically, they said, St. Louis, you got the Blues, you're going to travel.
I remember when I was younger in all sports, when it comes to conferences and divisions, geography determined like who was in. Now it's just doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, it's whatever, I guess, but why even call it like West, East, or whatever at this point? Might as well just rename them.
Now,
baseball.
The Pittsburgh Pirates.
Look, I'm still gonna be a fan. Everyone's like, boycott the games, don't do this, blah blah blah. I'm not rooting for. I'm gonna root for the Pirates. I don't care. But even though I don't expect them to win, even though their ownership or their organization gives us no indication that they want to win,
they're mez.
it is what it is.
Half and half.
Yeah.
Mez. They're 7-7. Talk about mediocre.
I know.
Whoa.
But, just wait till it gets going.
And I am being very generous
Oh,
there.
Man, I just it's literally giving me stomach pains right now.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Well, we'll take a break, and
Well,
when we come back, we'll talk about more sports.
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
Hello,
Come on,
friends,
shake your body,
and
baby, do that conga.
it's
No, you can't control yourself
Los
any
Amigos.
longer.
Let me tell you what, great food. Whether you get the chimichangas, enchiladas, tacos, whatever you get, you're going to love them. The nice, friendly atmosphere. Stop by. Tell them NCTV45 sent you. It's Los Amigos sponsoring this program.
You can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music.
It's Chubby's. Let's pizza again, like we did way back when. Yes, Chubby's for that great pizza taste. They use Augustine's ingredients, and guess what? You folks on the east side, they deliver. D.A. Reed Delivery Service will get your Chubby's pizza right to you. It's easy. Call ahead, place your order. It's Chubby's Delivery right there for you. And don't think that they don't have cheese stuffed meatballs, sausage, and so much more. Chubby's right there for you.
If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island.
We're back.
We are back, and probably the most exciting news, at least in my opinion, would be Lawrence County, as you say, basically being the county of champions right now, with the schools, with these particular schools winning their conference championships, or not conference championships, their tournaments, their whippeals, their districts. Mohawk and the Shannock for the women's, and men's, Newcastle and Elwood.
And what more can you say? That's a beautiful record.
I know.
Because it stretches from the north to the south, from just everywhere, and great job. Those high school athletes, student athletes, and they did an excellent job. And let's not forget that Union, Shenango, and Laurel were also in the playoffs.
Exactly. This was a very, very great year for this county, for these schools in these counties. And shout out to my niece Abigail, the Shannock women's team. Love you. Good job. And I'm just very excited, especially because we needed that. We needed some uplifting, something to hang our hats on, especially because I'll say this past month or so, our county's been going through some hardships with crime and things like that. So it's very uplifting news, and something that we could be proud of. And Angelo, I know we're still a long ways away from college football.
I couldn't help
but exactly.
Look.
You can't help but think about it. You just can't help.
The University of Pittsburgh opens up with the UMass Minutemen.
Okay. So again, anyone that has followed Pitt over the years, whether you're a fan or not, but at least has followed them, you know that Pitt football is prone to upsets from opponents they should beat.
I would not play.
Including, FCS subdivision schools. But, Kenny Pickett's back, and I know a lot of people don't like Kenny Pickett. I'm not saying he's the greatest either, but it's when you have your last year quarterback coming back, that is huge. Well, they'll probably still get between those 6 and 8 wins, but, Narduzzi, man, this will be your 7th year. Do something. Do something, man. Come on.
The Nittany Lions going to play Wisconsin. That could start off very badly for Penn State, because they won't have a warm-up game.
They usually have 5 warm-up games.
And West Virginia, rather than go across the border and play Pitt, they're going to go across the border and play Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, that gives you an idea. My Duquesne Dukes are going to take on the Horned Frogs at TCU. Now, that's going to be an interesting matchup as the Dukes go to play up, like a lot up.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Sunday, Notre Dame and Florida State in the Sunshine State. Interesting run there as September, and that'll be the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Oh, and they're going to play Friday night too, so the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. 2nd, 3rd, they're going to play from Wednesday. The first 6 days are going to be college football. in September.
Mm-hmm.
From Wednesday all the way through to Monday.
Well, hey, more college football the better.
And
You know
we
what I
can
mean?
only say one thing. Go Irish.
And hell to Pitt.
Well, that's going to do it.
Everyone, have a good evening, and again, good job, Lawrence County Schools.
Way to go.
The Cedars restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle. 724-658-9543. That's 724-658-9543.